Hey everybody, it's Shelly Rose. I hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a video for YouTube, but I had to take a break. Anyway, I know there are YouTube tutorials out there that say you've got to do a video every day or every week or however they say, but I like to do things my way. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about people with disabilities, mainly the difference between being legally blind and visually impaired, what that means. Because a lot of people, or rather a lot of sighted people, assume and get mixed information about that. So, clarification. Just because we say that we are legally blind does not mean that we can't see.
Alexa, what's trending?
We just have to see things different. But anyway, when we say that, that means that we are considered disabled by the law and the eyes of the government.
Try Alexa, play Jeopardy.
That's basically what that means when we say that. So there are those of us that are visually impaired. And that is a part of being legally blind. It doesn't matter whether we could see some or not at all. It's still considered a disability. But
Try Alexa,
anyway,
order laundry detergent.
a lot of people will come up to us and say, I thought you couldn't see. And it's like, no. You have to sit there and explain and say, no, we can't. We just have to see things different and do things different. And I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of visually impaired and blind people that feel the same way I do. When people come up to us and ask us and tell us that. And we have to sit there and explain that, what we can and cannot do. But anyway,
Alexa,
I just wanted to share that. And by the way, we can also hear better too, because, just because we lose our sight does not mean that our senses go away. They actually make them,
Try Alexa,
when we lose our sight, it makes them better. As a matter of fact, we can hear conversations, even if people talk about us behind our back. They may think we don't hear, but we can. But anyway, I encourage you guys to leave comments and your opinions about that, if you want. Because I know there are a lot of you that, ask questions about people that are visually impaired and or blind. So, if you want, please leave a comment. I appreciate that. In fact, I encourage it. I even encourage people that are blind and visually impaired to do the same. Because I know there are a lot of new people that just became blind too. And sometimes they feel scared. And they don't know what to do or how to get services or help.
Try Alexa, tell me
But
a joke.
anyway, and by the way, if you're hearing Alexa in the background, she likes to add her 2 cents. Ignore her. I like to use her to read my screen because I can't see the screen very well. And as I've stated in a previous video, I am visually impaired. As a matter of fact, I wanted to share a couple of experiences with you, just to give examples of what I've experienced in my life. I went and applied for 2 jobs. One was as a shoe,
Try Alexa. Find the
working at a
nearest
shoe
grocery
department,
store.
and the other one was a housekeeping job. And the housekeeping job was the interview lasted a bit longer than my shoe job.
Try Alexa. What are popular skills?
Of course, I think they were going through the charade of the interview just to be nice and polite, because I think they realized that I couldn't see, and they were being nice and polite, and they said they would call me, but they never did, and I knew they wouldn't. I knew they wouldn't hire me, and I knew the reason why. It was because of my disability. They figured
Try Alexa.
I wouldn't be
What's on
able to
TV
clean
today?
and do the job correctly. As far as the shoe job, that lasted at least 3 to 4 minutes, and that was just like the shortest interview I had ever been to. The lady would not even give me a chance.
Try Alexa. How
In
tall is
fact,
Mount Fuji?
She used my visual impairment by seeing if I could read this machine that they use to scan stuff in the store. And I could read it, but she wouldn't give me a chance. She assumed that what I was saying was wrong when it really wasn't. I actually could read it. I just needed to use my reading glasses to read it. And I felt so humiliated about that, because that was, like I said, the shortest interview I'd ever been on. And let's just say I didn't like it.
Try Alexa. Tell me a
But
nice
anyway,
joke.
that's how people treat people with visual impairments or any blindness. They treat us like we're different. And they just assume that we can't do stuff when they are totally wrong. We can. So don't let anybody stop
Try
you
Alexa.
from
Show me Harry Potter
doing
movies.
what you want to do. I've also had experiences where people told me that I couldn't go to college, that I was better suited just for working. Well, I proved them wrong, because I got my 2-year associate's degree with a little help, but
Try Alexa.
I got
Find
it.
pasta recipes from Food 52.
But anyway, I've even had people tell me to change my major because being a creative writer was not a realistic job. That I needed to get something that
Try Alexa. Show my audio.
that I could get paid. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be a writer, but I listened to my advisor in college and went for my associates, which I should not have listened to them, because
Try
they don't
Alexa.
know what
Ask Wikipedia
they don't
about
know
Albert Einstein.
me, but they think they do, but they don't. But that's the thing. Don't let anybody tell you no, because it's your life. You're the one in control of it. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Try Alexa. Find free
And
comedies.
don't give up either, just because, you lose your sight. Learning new things, it's worth it in the end once you do, it pays off. And in the end,
Try
you
Alexa.
really
Show
didn't
me
lose
comedy
nothing.
movies.
Your life may have changed, but you're no different than anyone else. And like I said, I'm sure there's a lot of you that feel the same way. Anyway, If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.
Try Alexa. Find
Thanks
new
for
sci-fi
watching.
movies.